Hello and welcome to the NARL Season 13 Mexico City broadcast. Tonight I got Tellez is in the booth with me tonight after he was suspended from
Oops,
Bristol.
my bad.
So, got that. Last night, CCRS went to friggin' Phillip Island, one of the Aussie tracks. I think they got the NASCAR truck race going on still right now as well, so...
It's 12 to go.
Yeah, they
It'll
might
be,
be...
it'll be done way before the race starts. Unless they decide to have 5,000 overtimes.
Yeah, practice will be interesting. I think they got about 10 minutes left in practice. Tulla, I think, is on track right now, getting an idea of how this thing's going to race. Neil Gallagher also gave me a little thing to read off here. I'm going to go ahead and do that now before I forget. And I'm probably going to continue with that trend of reading off his little race notes he gives me pre-race. So let's see. Alright, this is from Neil Gallagher. Mexico City, Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, as two long straights, some S's. It drives a little like Suzuka East, except with harder braking involved. Most of the lap time is braking as late as possible without bungling the exits and keeping minimum speed on lateral weight transfer through the S's, so that'll be interesting. Besides the S's, there are really 3 points of interest breaking into the Solona complex, turn 1 through 3. That is more complicated than it really needs to be because of the braking markers start after the car needs to have already shed, or the braking markers start after the cars needs to have already shed maybe 15 mile an hour. It is most obvious overtaking opportunity. It is the most obvious overtaking opportunity. Getting the absolute latest braking possible isn't necessarily ideal because the next two corners are basically S's light, and the turn 3 exit leads to the second straight. Ese del Lago, turn 4, is my preferred overtaking idea. The braking zone is crooked and therefore more interesting. Opening up the entry doesn't add much, but it straightens out the exit, and thereby entry into the S's. So choosing the line is less than straightforward. It's also extremely easy to snag a tire since the braking zone is curved and crosses another material. I found cutting the inside and straightening out the braking to be useful, something racing line enthusiasts could never do. Alright, and then for Peraltada in final corner would be more interesting if we were running the oval with an oval setup. It's interminable on chassis 4. The exit is unsighted because of the inside wall. I think the fastest way around is just holding the bottom, but is a reasonably it's a reasonable strategy to send the car in deeper and get a really late apex. Pit in is on the racing line here, which is always exciting. Pit in is also extremely narrow for no reason particularly, and the attenuator is tire barrier. Slide into pitting on old tires and it's probably race over. And strategy addendum. My English isn't the best. Pardon me. I think the strategy is likely to be fuel limited than tire limited. There is wear and fall off. I had a little under 2 seconds from start to finish in my best long run, but it didn't really affect me until 7 or 8 laps in. But the wear is mostly balanced and the S's are not high speed enough to really get the wear. Fastest drivers may get more fall off, especially in the rear. Anybody who uses throttle and rear wheel spin to rotate the car may get more rear wear, which I think will be most apparent into turn 11. You may also see some people in old tires struggle with the weight transfer in the S's if they're not trusting the car. My longest run was 15 laps. I think the fuel will go 17. Maybe using second through the S's can find another lap. The game will tell you 20 laps when you spawn in, but don't believe it lies. So that is Neil Gallagher's pre-race report there. Again, I don't have a graphic or anything for that, but
the fuel run around here seems to be somewhere around like 17-ish laps, like 15 to 17-inch laps, but I also noticed how much the tire wears. Now, granted, I was pushing it a bit more there. The tires wear really easily. So you're going to want to really take care of your tires, and honestly might need to prioritize pitting for tires rather than pitting for fuel. It's a really slick track. The curbs can help you rotate a bit, but you don't want to get too much of the curbs, otherwise, like, it'll snap. I think it'll be a really interesting race today on who manages their tires the best.
Good note there from Tala. Now to go through the cars and the cameras, see which one's the best. See camera 1 has some flaws, so does camera 2. TV1, TV2s respectively. So always something to
Try
watch out for.
spectator. Well, spectator looks really cool.
And I want to do a full lap with TV2 before I get an idea. I got Bryson Miller. Why do I call him Bryson Miller? Bryson Miller over there in the tire barrier. He is also suspended from Bristol.
This is Miller Motorsports eradication here.
Yep. Miller Motorsports has been eradicated so that they can go to a different country to race because Miller Motorsports can't afford passports.
Yeah, Bryson has gotten arrested at the border, so we're not permitted to race.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. AJ Rodriguez there. I'm looking at him. Currently 16th on the board. Pretty solid showing. 23 cars for a road course on a Friday night during speed weeks, Daytona speed weeks, even though it's really only speed week. But hey, I'm not one to judge. TV2 seems pretty solid.
I was going to say, yeah, there's still 40 going to truck race. They're getting really dicey there as well. But thankfully, the race should be done before the NARL race starts, so we won't have anyone driving when the race is on.
The back-to-back overtimes in question?
Yeah, no, they what was it called? Lane Riggs nearly got turned in front of everyone. I thought he was going to go head on into the wall there, but I don't know what they're doing. So
far, it looks like I can drive a spectator and TV2. TV1 has this one area so far I looked at that it's covered up by a tree.
Yeah.
That's the only issue I have with it so far. TV2 has a couple areas where it stays too long, but...
Well, can't you just turn off trackside objects for that as well, if you want to, or you want to leave the trees up?
Yeah, the guy had the scenery, man. You gotta make it look as Mexico as possible.
True.
You don't have no trees, it just looks like a bland track, probably from friggin' Yugoslavia or something like that.
That interesting analogy, but fair enough. Right now, Kyle Watts leads the charge with a 1 minute 22.1. Gino Bononi, the only other driver right now to hit the 122 range, with a 122.8. No surprise that these two are up front at the road courses. Gino has always been fairly quick on the road courses here in NARL. I remember he won a few road courses here, or has been close to. And then obviously Kyle recently winning at Riverside earlier in the season, and then being fast in the CCRS race yesterday, finishing third, and then as well getting, I think he also got third today in CSCA as well, after winning the pole there. So Kyle is definitely one to look out for on the road courses in recent months.
Yep. And speaking of Kyle, he is our points leader. Quick look at our standings here. And as you can see, he has got a 19-point gap right now over Gino Bononi. Now, some of this is very subject to change, obviously. Drop races are going to be something we're going to have to look at. This is race 10 of 12. Or no, is it 10 of 12?
This is the 10th race of the season. Drop races are going to be kicked in at the conclusion of this race.
Yes.
So you're going to see Kyle's still probably going to have the points lead even after drop races, but we're going to see as well how close it will be and everything.
Yes, definitely going to be some shakeups there for sure. But yeah, Kyle Watts, decent points lead. Cole, right after his win at Chicagoland, he's put himself into third, and he's still holding on to third, rather. So yeah, that's about the gist on that. Not crazy. We got about a minute left in the session.
They just ended the truck race under caution. That was a stupid last lap.
Go figure. Typical NASCAR
Parker Clearman won, but
yo, Parker Clearman, yeah, let's go.
That was such a weird last lap. They had like 3 wrecks in the span of like different parts. They wrecked entering turn 3, they wrecked in turn 3, and wrecked in turn 4 in 3 separate wrecks. That was, I don't know who, someone was going slow on the apron. I think like caused someone to panic, but I don't know.
That'll be fun to watch on the replay when I watch that. Probably
Frankie
after.
just almost got a top 10.
I'll probably watch that after the Essex race.
Yeah.
And hopefully all those people that are watching that race are like, oh yeah, let's watch the NARL Broadcast and exactly what yeah, for yeah, all that jazz. Be sure to like, subscribe, spread the word. We like broadcasting races. We like being a racist here, only slightly.
This we're gonna go off the rails through this broadcast. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially if it gets boring, and it's gonna be like yesterday where I like start kind of diving off into whole other endeavors that make no sense.
Yeah, like trying to make fun of Jonathan Salos.
Oh yeah, I was making.
Which is always valid. Always valid. Make fun of Jonathan Salos.
Oh yeah, no, I was dogging on him.
I'm kidding, Salos. If you're watching this, please don't murder me. It was Zach's idea.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think I took some inspiration from Viola though, on like all that.
We serve you back shortly to let anyone swap to cars that they had wanted, and we will get going.
I want to talk a bit more about Kyle's season because while it's not as consistent as he was last season where he finished top 10 every race, I think it's worth mentioning that he's won 3 races so far this season, and
okay, looks like that's everyone here. It is qualifying time.
But what's not talked about much as well is how close he's been winning to more races here as well. For example, let's say like Iowa, he was up front in Iowa, I remember, and he was also leading quite a lot of laps there, but then some shenanigans happened near the end, and I think he still got like the top 5, but he almost won there. We also had Chicagoland where he led the most laps, but a couple of late race restarts happened, and a pit strategy happened, and again top 5, but Cole Rodriguez won that race. And then we go back to a couple of weeks ago at Bristol where Kyle once again led the most laps and had a dominating race, but different pit strategies led to him finishing second to Garson Muyang. So Kyle has either been very close to winning this season or has been winning. It's been like one or the other.
Qualifying right now.
Yeah, they're qualifying right now, so let's see. No laps have been set yet, which makes sense. This is a not decently sized track.
Yep. I was hoping the little session thing I had wouldn't move when I went to qualify, but it did, so I'll have to change the coding up on that. Did they get 1 or 2 laps, or do you know?
Actually, I'm gonna check right now. I have to get out of my car anyways. They get only 1 lap.
And 4. Just 1 lap, make it count.
Parker just, I don't have the volume on for this broadcast, but I just think Parker did like 2 or 3 Banshee screams right now. He is pumped, which, you know what, fair enough.
That's awesome, man. I've been rooting for him for a while, man. I hope he get done in Xfinity, but hey, at least he got a truck win there.
Zach, he retired from full-time Xfinity racing.
I know.
Oh, I thought like...
That's why I was saying I was hoping he'd get an Xfinity win, but...
Well, he should have won the Roval last season, but...
Oh, yeah, he should have, man. Sucks he retired, though. I feel like he has a little bit more potential left still.
Yeah.
But hey,
yeah.
Your man wants to retire, I ain't gonna judge. I'll be disappointed, but I ain't gonna judge. Everyone getting in last second, William Gregory, guys like that. Sucks it ended under yellow, but hey, at least my goat won. He wasn't who I picked though either. I picked the 15 car to win it, but oh well. Live and learn. When have my picks ever been right? Let's be real.
Yeah. Currently, left being said right now. Currently, Gino Bononi is on provisional poll, and as they say that Kyle took it from him. Okay.
I don't think anyone's gonna. I don't think anyone's gonna stop his stride right now.
Kyle Watts, of course, really, really strong in qualifying as always. I qualified second to him many times. Like I always set a good lap, and then here's Kyle dunking like 2 or 3 tenths on the rest of the field.
I don't know if I have a car for Ben Cusson, but if he's running a default, then good on him.
I think he's running a default because I told him to run a default before.
I think he had one. He could probably use from Stinger because I think Stinger used OG Cup at one point. Well, he's I don't know if he's raced here before, but he's one of the drivers to look at. Jenny Wakeman. I don't recognize that name, nor do I recognize Brendan White. Or I think Jane raced at Bristol. But...
Well, I recognize Brendan White, but I can't really say here, so.
Fair enough.
But
other places.
If you just take a look at who's in the team speak, you'll probably see. But what they're called. One driver I also wanted to touch base on as well is the driver who's finished top 5 in the last 5 races. That'd be Cole Rodriguez. Obviously, he got that big win in Chicagoland. He's currently 3rd in the points. If he can just hang on more consistent runs, he could probably be a dark horse for his championship here.
Yeah, I think tonight's gonna be one of his drop races though. He hasn't shown up tonight. It looks like.
Oh yeah, he hasn't shown up. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably. So currently, right now, of the drivers in the top 4 in points right now, battling for the championship, it seems that only Kyle Watts and Gino have shown up, who are the top 2 in points.
Pretty solid size field for a road course, not gonna lie.
It's a pretty solid field.
26 cars.
It seems Jerry Cook has arrived as well, but he's gonna start from the back.
Interesting. Yeah, how that goes. Looks like the 76 has found out about the fun thing of if you cut your lap, it'll DQ your lap, and I think that's what happened there. They're saying in the chat why they qualified a certain position and it dropped them back. So likely a disqualification there from the game.
Yeah.
Because they probably cut a corner or something.
Oh geez, the game put me like as the first car who didn't set a time up there. That's it seems a lot of people got disqualified.
I mean, if you don't qualify, then I mean that's just the name of the game. Honestly, that just happens.
It seems we have 28 cars in the field as well.
That was a pretty solid field, not gonna lie.
For a road course and everything, yeah. So 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in happy hour. You know, for these guys who practice their pit entries and everything, it's a very tricky pit road. It seems here. As I'm just looking through the field right now. Oh yeah, I found that spot you were talking about TV1, by the way, where the tree's blocking it. Oh yeah, the pit entry is very tricky. It's very narrow, and it's just exiting the final corner, so it's very easy to overshoot and miss it. So you have to be really careful entering pit road there. You do not want to mess up your pit entrance there, because if you do, it can be game over for possibly the win, and if you're really unlucky, probably your race.
Colby Brown's car when I was downloading cars. Oh well.
Yeah, I finally downloaded. I don't have every car, I think, but I use a car pack again. This is the first time in a while I can actually see Colby Brown's car.
I also forgot to download Jarek Gravoy. When did he go to the 1? What?
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think he might be in the wrong car.
He never sent a car file anyway, so that's checking the Discord. I'm not seeing any reason why he would be in the 1, but
I don't think he's realized yet.
oh well. So regardless. Some of the cars ain't gonna show up tonight for various reasons, but I ain't gonna be bothered by it.
Who's your pick to win today, Zach?
Honestly, I want to say Kyle Watts, but it looks like he's been a little bit of a struggle lately in terms of winning. You know, he's definitely the fastest guy,
but sometimes being the fastest is not mean you're always going to win the race. And again, it's not on Kyle for most of why he hasn't won. It's been mainly because with how sometimes chaotic NARL races can be and stuff, you know, you try to take the straight, safe strategy, and a lot of people then take a different strategy to gain track position, and it just doesn't work out in the end, and that's just racing at the end of the day. But Kyle can still manage his races to get a top 5 and get valuable points. And he's already gained those valuable points as well by starting on the pole position.
For me, it's kind of hard to say, because, you know, you got Kyle Watts, he's the fastest guy. If I'm looking, you know, he has every reason to win this race as well.
So, other than Kyle Watts, I would keep your eye on Neil Gallagher.
I was going to say Neil Gallagher as well. I just, with the parity this league has compared to CCRS, I feel like that's going to be the one contributing factor in terms of what could negatively affect him right now.
It seemed like game has crashed on me.
Gino's quick as well.
Gino's really consistent on road courses, and he knows how to save his tires on road courses too. He's also going to be one to watch. He's going to be right there behind Watts, right if Watts makes a mistake or burns up his stuff. Gino always plays a conservative game on these road courses.
You know, I was talking to Neil Gallagher after he won last race at CCRS Phillip Island. This is another setup he has made, and it could be a contributor to, as he quoted it, the Zach Hillier syndrome. I'll probably start using that as well. As making your own setup or making a setup for your league, and then naturally being good with it because you made it tailored to yourself. Granted, I mean, that's not 100% bad in my opinion, but on the same token,
I mean,
I don't know.
What do you expect? You just don't drive then because you made a setup? I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
how it is.
Each driver has their own particular way they want setups, and some people are gonna graft to it better than others. And in my opinion, I feel like Neil makes pretty good road course setups. And you know, some people may disagree with me, some may not. But at the end of the day, their setups and the way you drive them, the way you adjust to them, depends on how well you're gonna do. You know, it could be another repeat of yesterday, but I don't know. I just feel like NARL's got enough parity in it to where we'll probably see something different. I could be wrong, but you know, I feel like it's kind of an open book here in terms of picks.
You gotta keep in mind as well, this league has a lot more inexperienced drivers, a lot more drivers trying to find their footing in R2003. So mistakes are gonna happen. We all are human. We're not some AI robot or something like that who can make no mistake ever in the existence. Mistakes will happen, especially when you're inexperienced, and we could see a lot that be showed here today, and it could bring out multiple cautions. It could bring out no cautions, but we'll just have to wait and see. Just gotta keep your eye on how turn 1's gonna go, because it's gonna be a pretty decently sized, like, straight into turn 1 once the green flag is dropped.
It gives me an idea. I should probably set up my free cam to where it'll pan to the leaders, and then it'll show us going green. Then I'll probably try to quickly pan over to turn 1. We'll see what happens there.
I'm gonna set up my free camera to be at turn 1. I just want to just see all the action, you know.
Speaking of
it is race times, so rules for the race are that to get a caution or a restart, it has to be a multi-car wreck. There is no spin counter being counted for tonight. When we have a caution, the field is frozen. There is no racing back to the line. When we are about to go green, I'll call quiet zone where nobody can type in chat. Then I will call control where it is up to the leader to type green into chat before he crosses the start-finish line. Again, there has to be a multi-car wreck, at least 3 cars in a wreck, or an upside-down car. And if I find that people are going to be lying about whether their car is truly upside down or not, I will be upset about it. So, 28 laps. Good luck.
Decently sized field for tonight.
Oh yeah.
I didn't check the lap count,
It's 28 laps.
I think it's a
28
one-stopper.
laps. Yeah, most likely a one-stop race because again, fuel. Well, it depends. It depends when you pit. If you pit around lap 15-ish, it'll be really close because obviously the fuel's gonna update and possibly lie even because the NR 2003 fuel calculator is deceptive, unfortunately, sometimes. But
Hopefully they
we'll
just
have
get
to wait
done
and see.
in one start because this camera angle is gonna be kind of hard to
A
nail.
lot of beautiful paint schemes though up here.
There we go. Pace car is in. Start finish line is right there. Green flag in the air here at NARL, Mexico. There we go into turn one. Car in the wall in the back. They managed it surprisingly well.
3-4 wide, panning all the way around there right now, but seem to get through turns 1 and 2 safely.
Car in the wall in the back. Jane Atkins gets into
Oh,
31. That may be a restart, but not sure yet.
It's currently that's Jane Atkins in 67 and Reed Thompson in the 31 car.
I could probably do the free cam for this whole track, but
both cars have gone back going again. It seems like we're staying green right now. Joshua Clemens has moved up to second from that start, right behind 21 of Watts. Gino has lost a couple spots on that start there, but it's only lap 1. It's a long race. Anything can happen. Oh, some cars are going really wide out there, out of that corner. I don't remember the name. Oh, yeah, they're good. Yeah, seems like no restart's going to be in effect as Kyle goes wide, and he's going to lead the first lap of the race.
Yeah. Like the session time on my ticker's kind of bugging, but at least we got the lap count, which is important. Long race ahead. Again, I don't have the 71 because frankly, they sent their car file in time. I just didn't download it in time.
I have the 71's car file. I didn't download like any cars like by myself. I don't know if it's like a glitch in that thing. There's sometimes glitches where you just can't see car files.
Speaking of 71, got loose off that one corner. Hold on to it. Yeah, I just downloaded them individually based off what I had last week. I didn't feel like having to re-download a whole car pack. We'll say your mic glitched a little bit there. It's fine now, but it was glitching a little bit there.
Oops. Well, one driver who I also would keep an eye on is the 74 of Dunlop Prod. They have a lot of experience with this game, and they have proven before they're very fast on road courses as well, and they're very patient as well when it comes to these races. So look for them to move their way up right now as they're currently trying to pass the 8 car of Chris Bowes.
I'd say their biggest disadvantage right now, obviously, track position.
And Bowes spins out.
Right in front of the 20 of Matthew Whittle.
69 as well goes around. Both cars got back going again. We say green.
And Gregory with some issues. They hold on to it. I think Matthew Whittle got a little bit wide there as well, but they hold on still. Alex Rowe in the chat telling me to tell that Ben that he is short. Not Ben Snyder, but Ben Cusson, because Ben Snyder's in the chat as well. But
Kyle Watt has extended his lead by 0.3 of a second that time by. Gary Cook has made his way up to 11th also. He's also another one to watch out for because obviously, as he says, he's Jerry.
Yep.
He's very, very quick on these road courses. No matter what track it is, if it's a road course, make sure to keep an eye out on Jerry Cook.
Right in front of him, Cameron Jamison, 38, pink car. Had a pretty solid run yesterday at Phillip Island, CCRS. And
oh, yeah. Oh, Sebastian Amaya is going to go around.
Right in front of those guys. Unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. That's a shame for him.
They have not made the top 20 in the standings as of late. I think that's just due to attendance, but
he's had also a lot of poor luck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Now, I was talking about it with parity in this league. You gotta managed really well.
Oh, Kobe Brown's around as well.
Oh my goodness, what a rejoin by the...
God.
Oh my... What on earth was that rejoin?
I can't even see what's happening with these camera angles.
TV2's your best bet. I'll see what happens.
I didn't even see much from TV2, but he's still stuck.
What was that rejoin? Rejoin right in the middle of the track. I don't know.
That's I don't know
43.
about that one.
Steph Thomas didn't know what he was gonna do and kind of got in the back from there.
Yeah, that was not the greatest thing.
2069 around, he backs it up in a pit road, and if you're going to a pit road this time, you're screwed. 69 cars in there backwards. Hopefully he rejoins fine, gets it spun around.
There's no one else behind him. It'll be fine.
William Gregory. Race of attrition in a sense, not as intense as yesterday in CCRS. Again, this is more of a beginner league-esque type situation. Speaking of 71 now in the sand pit, further back, gets out of there. Hopefully has a safe rejoin. Not a safe rejoin. Well, could have been worse, but it was not safe, but didn't hit nobody, so.
It seems everyone has calmed it down now. Nice single file, like F1, but currently, Watts has gotten really wide there. He almost hit the wall there, and he's going to lose a lot of time to that 48 car, it seems.
Well, I think his biggest advantage right now is he's still in the lead, and he still has that track position. He's just going to have to put it back together and hope not to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, that was really wide. I think he was trying to diamond that corner, but just got a bit too wide over there. Jerry's now up to 8th, and he currently holds the fastest lap of the race.
Carson being a little wide off of 1. It looks like 79 going to take advantage. I forget who is in the 79.
That would be Brendan Wright.
Yeah, that's one of the guys I don't recognize. He's going to go for that spot there that Garson had. I think that's P5. Ben Custom right behind him.
Ray Thompson's off into the sand trap. He gets it back going, almost kind of cutting it closer to 43 there.
Pratt still making his way through the field.
I think tires are finally starting to kick into effect here, because now some of these guys are starting to struggle for grip already. This track can eat up your tires quite a bit.
I may around. Ooh, close. Same spot they went around the last time I seen him go around. Rough night for the 13. Yeah, I think as you were saying, tires are starting to become a concern.
Yeah, Kyle's starting to struggle for grip. You can see him gain a bit wide and struggling a bit for grip here. Josh is right over, it's like gaining more. I keep saying right over there, but like it's, oh yeah, there's another 3/10 gone from this lead. The camera angles make it seem like he's right behind him, but then when you see from a far angle, it's actually not that close.
I've been sticking with TV2. So far, TV2 does me pretty good around the whole track.
Yeah, I'm on TV2 as well. It just looks like, you know, oh, the car is right on his bumper, but then it's like, oh no, it's not.
Fair
and
enough.
I'm just spreading misinformation. Which, to be fair, I am very good at spreading misinformation, but...
I think it's because I've been panning to other cars as well. I haven't been specifically looking at Watts this entire race.
Oh, 69 is on off again, and I think the leaders are approaching him right now as well, so let's hope there's a safe rejoin here.
He's staying out of the way. I think he knows the leaders are coming, so he's wisely staying out of the way.
Smart move there.
Very respectful.
Sometimes it's worth to not ruin their race rather than ruin your race and the leader's race.
Yeah, smart move of him. Hopefully he doesn't get DQ'd for going with the grass here, but it is the safer option. He may have to ask for a black flag to be cleared. See Cameron Jamison
he didn't get any time from it, it seems, so I don't think he's gonna get there. As Kyle taking another really wide line here. I think Kyle's trying to maybe mitigate time loss from going wide, because that's like the third lap in a row he's gone wide.
Caution's out. Caution's out. Frozen. Their cars flipped in the long last turn. Pace speed 55.
Caution is gone out now. Let's try to see.
Ben Custom's around. They went 4 wide into a corner. That would definitely do it.
Which one? Oh,
P5.
Garson Mooney is upside down.
Reminder, we are under caution. Pace speed is 55. The leader is probably somewhere around the S's by now, so just focus on catching up to
Oh
that.
my god.
Without
Yeah, they went four wide into a
risk of
corner,
damage.
That's
man.
not gonna.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go free cam with this one.
Exactly. 3 and 4. Thank you.
Yeah, it seems. Go to helicopter. Actually, helicopter will get the best view out for that wreck.
All right.
It seems, yeah. No one was willing to really give there.
So top.
It's the 79 slid up a bit, got into the 70. 55 got collected in that too, and 55 bounced back and flipped to 70. A shame for Garson Young, last week's winner.
Last race winner. We didn't race last week, but yeah, fair.
I mean, the last race, but words are hard. Okay?
No, I hear you. No, it ain't easy.
But Garson's season has either been filled of a lot of misfortune with joy in between. Like I said before, last race winner, but unfortunately, tough luck already showing here as everyone's currently getting up to the pacing line right now.
4 wide on lap 6. I think the
I don't
79
know.
just. I don't know. I could have worked, but I think the 79 just drove in deep. Garson though took a.
Pits are open this
That's just
time.
an angular tumble there. Unfortunate there.
It's mainly as well. I don't think much people realize how close they were really being. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is at the end.
Pits are open. We'll take a look at
I'm
that.
currently getting my camera ready for as well as pit exit for those really nice closed pit road races. 'Cause we all know that's a real race.
Oh yeah. I don't think Cam was close enough here, but we'll see what we can get.
It seems William Gregory has stayed out to get a lap back. As everyone's currently in right now with the pits. Yeah, you're not gonna want to try any fancy strategy here.
Yep, get full tank of gas, 4 tires, no questions about it. Oh, Neil had to back up.
Oh, Neil had to back up.
Big cost.
Kyle wins a race off pit road.
Huge cost for the 27. They're gonna fall all the way to the back.
380 is going to the back of the field. Anyone else who has a
Cameron
black
Jamison
flag,
has a
type in
black
chat.
flag.
25 to the back of the field.
Cameron McCulthorpe has a block flag as well for speeding. The 20 of Matthew Willite also has a speeding penalty. 43 Seth Thomas as well.
43 to the back.
Neil Gallagher's still trying to get that car serviced.
20 to the back.
Chris Bowes has a
Finally gets it
black
serviced.
flag. A lot of black flags. A lot of black flags for merging as well, it seems, which Cam's going to clear those because sometimes it's a glitch. Oh, Gino Bononi has a black flag too. That's big. That's second place right there, having a black flag.
Like black flag
A
for
lot.
speeding, or
He didn't specify. I don't think he's not driving to the back yet, so we'll have to see. But if it's for speeding, that's big for Bononi and his championship chances.
yeah. I think we really needed. Neil had a huge the game would not service his
Yeah.
car. He lost a ton of spots.
Yeah, he's currently all the
Alright,
way in the back.
I will not give any black flags for the merged penalties this time. So the merge point that you should be aiming for is the dotted line at the end of the road, no matter what the spotter says. So keep in mind, this time you can keep your spots if you got a merge penalty. But in the future, you will have to aim for that double white, whatever the number of dots for that white line is. I will not be keeping black flags clear from there. If you get a black flag, then you'll have to serve it.
William Gregory just got a service, so it's gonna be a long way back for him. I think he could.
Like 69 to the back, and the 38 still needs to drop some more.
I mean, at least you got 3
we
pass.
have just had someone spin, and we still have someone catching up, so we're not going green this time. It'll be next time by.
Someone spawned in pacing. I'm trying to see who that would have.
Chris
been.
Bowes.
Oh boy. That's going to be good for William Gregory though, because he is way back. As of the ticker in the game says, he's a full minute behind the next car. So
Give him
it's
that
going to be a
extra lap.
long. Yeah.
I still think they're gonna have to pit again, though, aren't they?
Most likely.
I don't know. They might. Some mad lead may try to do something, but we'll see. Ain't over till it's over.
I want to see if I could get some insight from someone else who is willing to tell us how the fuel is. They pitted on lap 9, and they are going to have to unless they save just enough fuel.
Some of these guys in the back taking an extra splash and dash with that extra lap added to their pacing, so this will be interesting for those guys. I think Cameron Jamison in there.
Field.
71 of Colby Brown. Chris Bowes also pits. That's a very narrow pit exit, I will say.
It is narrow.
Pit entry also narrow. Not a lot of room for not a lot of cars, but pit exit, especially when you're trying to get up to speed, you have to change an entire lane. And I mean, it can be done, but if there's like green flag pit stops, that may be a gremlin for some guys. Some guys may cut it a little too close, get themselves a black flag. As Cameron has mentioned, if that does happen again, black flag will not be cleared. So these guys have to be careful on that.
Alright, so they're right now 2 to 5 laps short.
In that case, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think anyone's gonna save enough. I don't know. I could be wrong. Some mad lad.
We will be going green this time by. Remember to take you 1 car length gaps between cars. Even on a road course, I expect people to try to not wreck each other while pacing.
Alright, so going green this time by.
Also remember that if you are going faster than the lead pace car at the time of green, then that is also a speeding. Quiet zone.
Here from this camera for the start.
Control.
Oh, they're already stacking up. Oh, they're stacking up a bit, but green flag's back in the air. Steph Tomic is turned behind them. And we still stay green. It's only a single car spin.
Yeah, I think Garson getting a little squirrely
Because
there.
as the leader, I'm going to let that go, but that was a miss.
Seems a bit of issues were happening during that.
Unfortunate for Steph, already having a little bit of a rough night. Oh, in the sand pit in turn 1 too. Big rough.
Neil Gallagher right now already working his way back. Ooh, what a big sin by Neil Gallagher. Going to take 2 cars at once here, and is it going to work? McCullough trying to defend all of his life here. It is not, and Neil is up a couple more positions.
Yeah, I mean, track position is so important. He's going to have to grab for this. Like, he's going to have to get it, like, now.
Watts is clear from the rest of the field right now. As right now, Gino Bononi is now into second again. Joshua Clemens third. Jerry Cook and Brennan Wright round up the top 5.
John LaPrad's up here now.
Oh, Kobe Brown into the wall in the final corner. But he keeps it straight.
Alright. Talking about track position, a lot of these guys are grabbing for it like straws.
Track position, always so important.
You know,
Oh, it seems the 20 car has a tire down. He is in the pits, really slow.
fortunate for Matthew Whittle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or Wilhite. Matthew Wilhite. So, unfortunate for him, but we stay green. Harry Crawford in the sand pit in turn 1. Gets it back going. Oh, and Jane Adkin in the wall. In the back.
Oh, and Jergovoy has nearly spun out to 25 McCall, but they keep it straight. Still green. Gino is slowly catching Kyle right now. It seems Kyle trying to maybe take it a bit easy here.
Top 6 have kind of pulled away, and then you got John Felber, and then in between him, right a little bit further back, is Ben Cusson, P8.
John Felber is always really clean on these road courses. He always has wide nights, but brings it home in one piece, and always brings it home with a good finish as well when he has the good luck with him. Unfortunately, tonight he has to strike a lot. Ooh. Gino trying to get on Kyle right now. Oh!
Lap car ahead, Matthew Wilhite just got out of pit road.
Oh, Kyle goes wide. Here comes Gino for the lead. Oh, the lap car is going to try to get out of the way, I hope.
Wilhite, yeah, he gets out of the way. A little bit scary there, but gets it done. Oh, and Clements deep. Jerry Cook underneath Clements. There for third.
It is a dogfight right for
Gino
second.
gets the lead.
Bernoni takes the lead. He goes a bit wide, but he hangs on to it.
You guys having to take a bit more of an awkward turn with all the overtaking going on there. They file out.
Will Lights is really off the pit. He's in third gear right now into S's.
I think he lost fourth.
You don't need to be in fourth gear into S's. You should be in second gear. He might have lost second, if I have to guess.
Maybe. Neil Gallagher gets around him along with Garson Moyoung, who flipped earlier.
Kyle, once again, trying a very high line here at the bank part. He is going to try to defend that second position right now as Joshua Clemens is looking for the attack. Dunlop Broad has worked his way up to P6 right now.
Yeah, Harry Crawford coming out of pit road right behind the leaders. But yeah, Dunlop Broad did not qualify. Had a little bit of a rough time getting through the field.
The 20 is back in the pits again.
Rough night for Wilhite.
I think the 20 is just trying to survive right now.
Learn what you can. You know, it's a beginner league.
Garson Moyoung is back in the top 10 after flipping earlier. He's looking to salvage any good result he can now after that flip. So is Neil Gallagher after having that pivot road issue. Really unfortunate for him.
I will say, despite all that, he has built his way back into the top 10. His race ain't over yet. Battle between Felber and Cusson for P6.
Well, Cusson is looking for the crossover right but he's not going to get it as Felber is going to get that exit there. Someone went off in the sand. That might be Harry Crawford.
Ben may get the overtake here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Felber let him have it there. This early, still long, a lot of race left. They got to make one more pit stop too.
Yep. You got the guys in the lead, the top 6, and then Ben Cusson there in P7. I'll see if he can catch.
Has put up another 10 over Watts right now, and the top 2, or not top 2. Let's see.
Oh, and Clements.
Oh, Clements is around. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's in the sand trap.
Unfortunate. He's going to have to be really careful here getting back on the track. Very dangerous, but holds on to it. Thankfully, no one in the way, but he's going to lose a ton of time. But the risk versus reward of pushing these cars, as he gets loose, holds on to it. Outside of top 10 now.
Unfortunate mistake by Clements. Really had a shot at top 5. And possibly could have went for the win as well, but sometimes...
Ain't over yet.
Yeah, ain't over yet as well. There could be a caution.
Big gaggle of cars here.
He has a lot of ground to make up, and now he has to nurse those tires home until his next pit stop too.
Yep, that's true. That's another disadvantage.
But he is a very talented driver, so he is definitely capable of doing it, but it's going to be another challenge as Gino is extending his lead over Kyle. So.
79 of Brennan White down to P3. Interesting to see what he puts on the table for the rest of this race. Seems like a pretty solid driver. I haven't seen him before in NR, so from the looks of it, he definitely knows what he's doing. Top 3 right now has definitely been one of the faster cars. I don't know what he'll put together for the end, but regardless, he's put himself together a really good race. Ben Cussin gained a little time there on Dunlopred, not much. But
oh, it seems Cameron McCallthroy has had off because he's really slow on the back stretch. Yeah, he spun entering that final straightaway there.
and McKellar, he's struggling. Oh man.
Oh, almost got you.
I think he's trying to go to pit road. Yeah.
Currently a battle for 11th between AD Rodriguez, Jenny Wakeman, and Reed Thompson right now. Thompson going for the overtake on Wakeman, but he's not going to get there. Looking for that crossover now. He's going to get a really good exit. Is he going to be able to get it? No, he won't. Wakeman still is going to hold on to 12th.
71, Colby Brown off the track in the back, but he's going to get it back going. As you said, this battle right now for P11 heating up.
Chris Bowes has went wide in turn 1. But he got back going. Gino lost.
Oh, big send from Reed Thompson.
Kyle has gained a lot of time on Gino. I think Gino may have made a mistake because now it's only 0.6 of a second. As now there's a big battle going on for 8th as Felber trying to. I think Moonga trying to get by Felber actually.
Yeah, big battle
and
here.
Muyang is gonna clear Felber and get by him. But it seems Gino might have made a mistake because he lost a lot of time last lap, 1.2 seconds to Kyle, and now it's a almost 2-second lead has went down to a half-second lead.
Yep, the art of saving those tires and managing them. His run ain't over yet though, so hard to say who's the betterment of that right now. And you also got to factor in mistakes here and there.
Yeah, I think Gino might have made a mistake in that lap, but thankfully he had big enough lead where he was able to get away with it.
Wow.
Oh, Clements is around again. What happened to Joshua Clements again?
He's got a tire down.
He got too much curb and spun it around. That's really unfortunate for the 48 team. And as Zach said, he has a tire down. What started off as a promising, strong day for Joshua Clements has turned into just a lot of issues and unfortunate circumstances. Jerry's in the pits right now. He's the first one in that lead pack pit.
Oh, 79, smoking. Car in second, Brandon White, smoking now. I think he blew an engine.
Brandon White has lost an engine. That's really unfortunate for him. He was running in the podium positions there.
Right out of turn 1. Ben Cussin and Neil Gallagher battling behind. Neil Gallagher makes quick work of Cussin. He's going to try to get around the 79.
The 79 has to yield and get out of the way here so he doesn't cause any sort of issues. Because a lot of drivers' visibility is also being blocked by that smoke. As Gino Bononi has spun for the lead. Bononi has spun for the lead.
Oh, well, here you're not paying attention. Shoot. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. We'll see what happened real quick there, and then we'll go to something else.
Oh, he just pushed it wide in the S's and spun into a wall.
Unfortunate.
Kyle Watts is now going to retake the lead, and it seems Dunlop is going to be in second now. That's 2 of the top 4 having issues in 1 lap. That's just something else.
Yep, 79 has brought it to pit road. Their race may not be over, but their chance of winning are.
Damage, but yeah. Colby Brown has also retired as well. Actually, no, 79. Oh, wait, I'm not live. Oops. Probably should be in live. That might be helpful.
Yep.
But Kyle now has a 5-second lead over Dunlop Pratt after all that, but we have to keep an eye on Jerry Cook. Jerry knows how to do his strategies on these road courses, and most of the time they end up being the winning strategy. So expect Jerry to have a big jump here, as Jerry's now coming out of the final corner.
Oh, big block from the 1. I don't know if that was a block or I think the one was trying to move out of the way with anticipation of the 86 getting into the back of him. But you got to remember, you got to let the guy behind you make their move.
You can't. You have to be predictable when trying to let a car by. If you're a lap down car, a slower car laying down, a faster car will by. If you're unpredictable, it's going to lead to more issues for you guys and going to have cause a wreck. I've been saying issues a lot. I apologize.
That's alright. I find a word that I say repeatedly, and I repeat it for like a week straight.
I should be like Rick. I'll say problems.
Problems. Aggressive goes around.
Problems. We have a car in the cockpit. That's actually not happening. That's me spreading misinformation. Oh, Chris Boyce, oh my god.
What happened?
Chris Boyce just.
Chris Bose?
Yeah.
Something happened to William Gregory.
Just go to Chris Bose's replay for turn 1, and I can't even describe that. He just full throttled into turn 1 and died and parked it.
Alright, so 69 of...
Now, that was a flood, and technically that would be a caution, but that kind of looked like he was just trying to give up there, so...
We'll see if anybody reports that or not.
No, I don't know if that should be a caution or not there, because it looked like he just was trying to park it or something failed, so I don't think anyone else saw it.
69 with roof damage, they hit the tire barrier in one of those corners.
69 has parked it as well now, it seems. A lot of people are now dropping out of this race.
79 has repaired their issues. I'd imagine probably out of contention for the win, but they're like behind Jerry, so they could still get a top 5? Question mark? I don't know.
They lost a lot of time as well for being slowed that entire lap, so
I don't
top
know.
5 perhaps.
Maybe, I don't know.
John Felber is now entering the pits.
John Felber, Steph Thomas cussing,
Neil
Gallagher. I think the one of Gravoy I see could be someone else, but he's on a upside-in strategy.
I think Kyle's trying to pit as late as he can so he has the freshest possible tires to finish out his race, as we have now just under 8 or under 9 to go almost.
Yeah, I think the way Kyle Watts likes to drive these cars, that will fit him best for sure.
Is pretend that tire wear doesn't exist.
Yep.
No matter what track you put on, he will fight till the very end as if he just hasn't had tire wear affect him. Doesn't matter the league, doesn't matter where he is, he just doesn't let tire wear get to him.
The Kyle Watts renaissance is real.
I mean, he's winning damn near everything. Well, I mean, I can't say winning because he hasn't won in a while. He's finished like second after leading the most laps. Like, I can count like 6 times in the last month. But he is currently on track to win a 3rd consecutive championship in DSRA as Kyle Watts is about entering a pitch. Ooh, very hard on the brakes for Watts. Let's hope he's not speeding there.
Yeah, you can tell he's trying to get every little bit he can out of that.
We'll see. Dunlop Prod is also pitting as well. Let's hope that Kyle did not enter too fast here in speed, but he's on track to win a 3rd consecutive championship in DSRA as he has an almost 200-point lead with half of the season left, which might seem much to throw the season, like say he's already has one now, but no one in DSRA has ever had a lead that big ever in the history of it, so there's that. CCRS, he's in contention to win his first championship there. He's going to have to win out or get as many points as he can, though, and possibly win out the next 2 races to get that. And
Here
then
comes Jerry.
He's leading the points. Oh, Jerry is going to take the lead from Watts.
Nicely done.
And the 78 has not pitted yet. The 78 still... Yeah, the 78 has not pitted yet. That'll be Kyle Watts' teammate, AJ Rodriguez.
We'll see where that puts him. And Jerry, he's basically now on defense. He's been very good at defense at these tracks. The question is, will that ratio of tire wear versus just straight up, you know, blocking, I guess, or defense, will be enough to have anything against Kyle Watts?
I think we are in for a treat right now, as we've seen Jerry and Kyle battle many times before. AJ Rodriguez has spun out right behind us. I thought I was Kyle who spun out as I was saying that. That would not have been very good. it's his teammate. Unfortunate for AJ.
Yeah.
But we've seen Kyle Jerry battle for the win before, notably in DSRA Fontana, where Jerry pulled off a really tight move on the last lap to pass Kyle for the win there. But these two tend to have sometimes similar driving style when it comes to throttle input. They're very on and off with the throttle, so they're very aggressive with throttle inputs, and they're like always going for it. So we'll have to see who's going to come out on top for this right now, as the 20
Wreck in turn 1.
The 20 has went straight off well, and that might be the end of his race now, as he is parked dead.
Unfortunate for Matthew Wilhite.
Currently, the gap is 3 seconds between Watts and Jerry now, but it seems Watts is getting him, as Jerry might start to feel the tire wear. But we'll have to see truly how much faster Watts is. This is the first full lap with fresh tires for Watts.
Oh yeah, he's digging deep.
Harry Crawford spun on the leaders. He's going to get out of the way. And he's going to get back going there. We say green.
Remember back in season 6 when I was first starting in RO, I would always spin out right in front of the leaders, and I'd be like, oh no, that's scary. But
don't worry, I nothing's ever going to top what I spun out in front of the leaders and score season 4 IRP, and I wrecked Trevor Davis when he was battling Kalen Benton for a win there.
Oh yeah, that's manipulation. That lead is gone.
That lead got, oh my god. Or is Jerry just letting Kyle have it now and let Kyle burn his stuff up?
Oh, you gotta remember, Jerry's got the older tires. I just don't see that being the case, in my opinion.
We're gonna see what these lap times are now, if I could get back to them.
Close to the line.
Side by side.
He closed that lead up quick.
I think Jerry might have made a mistake, because he was running 23s on average, but that time was a 26 almost.
You gotta remember, Watts is probably pushing harder now than he has at the beginning of the race.
Pushing, yeah, Watts is absolutely going balls. So, Jerry getting very loose, but hold on to it.
I think Jerry was kind of wanting to do that a little bit there, but I don't know if he was anticipating Watts to catch him that quick. So it's going to be just Watts putting that pace forward, and then that fall off at the end will probably not be enough, as he'll probably have enough time between him and second towards the end. But the end's not here yet, so we'll have to see how that goes.
And it's going to be another massive points gain as well, 4-21, it seems, as he's currently going to be leading the race and has definitely clinched most laps led with the pole, and Gino's currently seventh after that spin he had. Neil Gallagher has worked his way up back to 4th right now.
I was talking about that 79 potentially being top 5, but I forgot they were probably a lap down. So
yeah, I think they were a lap down. As both Watts and Jerry would go a bit wide, almost got a bit loose there. Let's see the lap times here. Kyle Watts' lap right now was a 1:23.2. Jerry's lap was a 1:23.7. So Jerry's still hanging on to Watts even on those older tires. Is that he not gonna have much grip, as you see a big slide out of the 86 over there.
Well, you can hold on to him now. The question is, I just don't think he's going to hold on to him the remainder of this race.
Yeah, he's starting to really struggle for grip now. I think this is now when the tires are falling off more than ever. Jerry trying to take the diamonding route for that corner, but just doesn't work there. There's gonna be a battle. There's a battle for 4th right now between Ben Cusson and Neil Gallagher.
Battling pretty good here. Make it interesting towards the end.
Well, the good news is, Zach, that it has not been boring to the point that we have went off the rails. As Jerry and Kyle are using as much track as they possibly can, going wide-handed grass there.
If anyone's going off the rails, it's these drivers.
Kyle once again trying that very big diamonding corner right now. So is Jerry.
It's worked for him.
I'm gonna keep. Okay, I think actually he's not getting that close to the wall as I think he is. I guess the TV2 being so like zoomed in, sometimes it feels like they're right there. 4 laps to go right now in the race. That time by 22.9 by Watts at 23.4 by Jerry. So now the time for Cook. Reed Thompson and Jenny Wakeman are both now battling for 11th. It seems Wakeman's round the rear bumper of Thompson. We'll see if she's going to make a move on Reed as we speak. Ooh, Reed goes a bit wide there. We are now coming to 3 laps to go now here in the race. Another 22.9 by Watts, but 22.8 by Jerry that lap. Jerry was the faster one there now. I wonder if Jerry was saving his tires most of the time and then now is trying to bounce back, but I still think that Kyle might just have the edge here with how fresh his tires are.
And Jerry's getting every little bit he can out of that thing.
Oh, Harry Crawford into the wall in the final corner. He goes wide. But he saves it. And hang on. I need to see something. Do you know having an issue again? Or Gino spun out. Oh, Gino got spun by John Felber, it seems. No, he didn't get spun by John Felber. Stupid camera angle. Again, sorry. Sorry, John, you watch this.
3 cars just missed turn 1. Reed Thompson, AJ Rodriguez, and Harry Crawford.
That is interesting. But they keep it going.
Yeah, all of them kept it going.
Gino had to spin again. Now he's back to 9th.
Big send from Jenny Wakeman there on Reed Thompson. Doesn't stick. Big battle here for that 10th spot. Harry Crawford off the track a little bit.
Equal lap time now. No, 3/10 actually gained by Watts on that lap over Jerry Cook. Oh, it's a battle of the ages for a top 10 right now. AJ is struggling for grip in that car. Cameron Jamison, Reed Thompson, Jenny Wakeman all battling for that top 10 spot. Reed sends it in and passes AJ for that top 10 spot.
AJ in the wall a little bit. Jenny takes that lower entry.
Here comes Cameron Jamison. Ooh,
big type from Cameron and Jenny.
But they keep it clean. That's all that matters.
AJ falls back outside the top 10. Reed Thompson takes the the 10th spot. I think 10th spot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 10th spot. And Kyle has extended his lead over Jerry now. Jerry's tires just seem to kind of given up now, which
coming to the white flag.
Makes sense with the different strategies. So
I believe we're coming to the white flag.
Yeah, we're coming to the white flag this time by.
One lap to go here for the Season 13 Mexico City NARL race. Kyle Watts with still a good lead over Jerry Cook.
We are now sponsored by Credit One Bank as well. For our final lap is Jerry.
Yeah, we don't have sponsors. I mean, I'd probably put like fictional sponsors up there, like Snailman, Pox Lug Nuts, Zacko Bell,
Cheese Food Media. I drive a Cheese Food Media car. Unfortunately, no Cheese Food Media car today. It'll be
got suspended.
Shut up.
Making the brand look bad. I'm joking. I'm joking.
The media has canceled me over social media posts and has gotten me suspended from NARL.
Regardless, Just a couple more sets of corners to go. Kyle Watts, another masterclass from that 21. Got the pole. Didn't get the fastest lap, but he get the most laps of lead. He's just a couple corners away from getting another win here tonight and extending that points lead. And crosses the line, checkered flag. Kyle Watts wins it here in Mexico.
4th win of the season for the 21 team, and he increases his championship lead. I'm gonna probably take the export real quickly and just make a copy of the spreadsheet just to see the points right now. By the way, just because I'm interested to see what it'll look like. So,
Ben Cussin with a top 5. P6 Carson Millyoung. John Felber coming home P7.
What a drive back by Neil Gallagher and Garson Muyong, with Neil having that issue with the pit stops and Garson getting flipped earlier in the race.
P8 will go to Josh Clemens. P9 Gino Bononi. P10 Cameron Jamison.
Oh, and Joshua Clemens is dead. Oh, Joshua Clemens is dead. They killed Josh. He's dead.
Never mind. Gino did not get 9th. Cameron got 9th, and then 10th got Jenny Wakeman. Gino finishes 11th. And
right, so
Cameron, or not Cameron, Gino appears to be displeased with the 67, or not 67, 76 after that. I don't know. I don't think it's worth going back to look, honestly. Kyle Watts.
All right, I'm gonna get the export and just see now what. Oh, I can't get the exports. Hang on. Oh wait, now I have to go to standings. I might be a bit.
Wait, is that the right part of the track?
Just
No, that's not the right part of the track.
Just to get the idea of what the points are looking like. So I'm gonna go real quick check that out now. While we wait for anyone to join the waiting room.
And Kyle Watts burned it down here at Mexico. Nicely done. 28 laps, some of it was chaos, some of it wasn't. We had 24 cars start this. 17 finished. Or not 17, 16 finished, so a few DNFs from this one, but it is what it is. I think something happened to Reed Thompson, some other guys. Imagine those, that all that will be looked at in the NARL VC replay, so if anyone looking forward to that, that'll be something to look at. Dan LaPrade and Neil Gallagher and Ben Cussin right at your top 5, obviously. So I think Ben Cussin, I'm not sure if he's raced NARL before, but regardless, in his return, top 5 on the way back. Neil Gallagher, he had a pretty good run tonight, despite that pit road issue. I think he probably would have had a real good shot at the win had that not happened. But sometimes it is what it is. Like I said, parity in this can be a factor. And Kyle Watts wins it again. Tala said he's going to be working on something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what the points are going to look like now. Because I'm kind of curious now because of how that race went and everything. Kyle has led 21 of the 20 laps today. Another dominant performance by him.
Got a few guys in our waiting room. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll start bringing them in.
You can start bringing them in.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring in our winner, Kyle Watts.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Kyle Watts, how you doing, man?
I'm good, dude. You know, winning's always great.
Yeah, if you can, take us through that race and your point of view.
Well, in the CSCA race, I kept making mistakes, so I knew I got to minimize that, save my tires, and just stay consistent. That's pretty much just what I did. Didn't make any big mistakes. Back down the pace and got the dub.
Yeah, nicely done. I know Neil, I think, had the upper hand on you that first run. Had made a couple mistakes. He actually didn't get in his stall, cost him a lot of time. And I know Jerry had that opposing strategy. Were you just like gonna keep that same strategy of just managing what you had at that point, or were you gonna change it up when you saw Jerry had that upper hand in terms of track position after pit stops?
Yeah, I saw Jerry pit early. I just felt like I don't know how many laps he ran, maybe 7 or 8. I just thought it was like too early, so I went a few laps longer. My tires felt fine, and just kept saving, and then was able to pass him.
Nicely done. Tala, you got any questions for Kyle?
Yeah, how does it feel again to finally kind of come back to victory lane here? Because it's been a minute as well. We know we've had a lot of close calls in the past month, ever since your last win at Indianapolis. But you finally were able to get the job done today. So, how does it feel to finally get back in victory lane?
It's nice, Ultimately, I'm going for the championship, so yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah, so I got the points done right now, and as it stands now I probably could have messed something up with the points afterwards, but currently right now you are holding a 40-point lead over Gino. What's your game plan for these next 2 races to bring home a second straight championship?
Pretty much just do what I've been doing. Get pole, lead laps, and finish in the top 3. That's pretty much all.
All plan. Bring home maximum points. All plan here. You got anything else, Zach?
No, that's all I got. You got any final thoughts?
No, I don't.
Congrats on the win, and good luck next week.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
I don't know if IFAR is racing tomorrow, but if they are, good luck on that.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not suspended for IFAR.
Right.
Nah, it's fine. It's my job to be the suspended one here, man. Don't worry.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's Talla's.
Yep, Talla's fault. Yep.
Well, or Bryson Miller's fault. Wasn't blame Bryson.
Oh, that's all we got for you, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Buddy left your channel.
Bring in, I believe, third place winner Dunn LaPrade.
Yes,
User was moved to your channel.
Well done. You had a interest. I wouldn't say like bad. You had a pretty solid race. Started in the back, finished P3. Take us through it.
Yeah, just did not, no practice at all, no qualifying whatsoever. So I had to just kind of learn the track, during the race as it went on, and had to go through a couple of obstacles early on in the race, just, trying to navigate my way through the traffic and tiptoe my way up to the top 10, and then that caution helped me out without a doubt. And got up there, and then I wasn't pushing it, so to speak. I was just buying my time, just kind of riding around and let them, because they had like a gaggle of cars battling for the lead, like the top 6 would, like nose to tail. So I was just kind of vibing in the back of it, just kind of waiting to see if any kind of actions were to take place. And unfortunately there were a couple of drivers that spun, Gino and Josh Clements as well. That were unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, I was just just minding my own business, focusing on my own race, and ended up getting third, which is a lot better than I kind of expected. But with no practice at all, it's the going in the race, and I only did like 1 lap in practice, and I was able to get a pretty solid lap, and so I was pretty comfortable. I felt confident I was going to get a top 5, but I didn't think I was going to get a third place finish, just because of the talent there is in this series. So
I don't have any other questions for you. Tala, you got any questions for Dunn?
So you mentioned again you had no practice or anything prior. So as you were going through the field learning the track, what was the biggest, like most challenging bit about learning the track? Was it just trying to get used to how much grip you had, how the tires were, or anything?
Probably the biggest was probably the two biggest things were figuring out your braking zones and testing your limits on that, because there was one point halfway through the race or whatever it was that I overshot the braking point, or a bit too late, and that almost went off the track in turn one. And so I had to test that out, and then finding the grip as well. It definitely was the kind of a track that was basically, in some ways a cheese grater. So you had to manage your tires, and I felt like that I did not do a great job at it at the end there in that last run, but because whoever was behind me, I think it was I think it was Neil Gallagher. He was, catching up to me, quite a lot on that final lap. So I knew that I cooked the tires, and I thought I did okay at first, and then it just kind of went upside down in that final run. So yeah, the braking points and trying to, learning finding the right grip and saving your tires were the two biggest things. So yeah, there was definitely a kind of a crazy one to learn, from the back like that, when you having to navigate through, so you kind of multitasking. But other than that, I survived,
Yeah, that was a really great drive by you nonetheless still. You gained the most spots out of anyone, starting 26th and bringing it home in P3. Have you got anything else, Zach?
No. Do you got any final thoughts, Dunn?
Not really, other than shout out to you guys for broadcasting the race and commentating it as well. Shout out to everyone watching at home. Shout out to and yeah, everyone watching. Shout out to I don't know if I said it already. Shout out to the drivers for the race today, and congrats to Kyle Watts on the win. He definitely deserves it. He's a great racer for sure. So I can't wait to race with him and others more. And also shout out to didn't want to cut you off, but shout out to Cameron for the league as well.
Do you plan on racing IFR or DSRA this weekend?
I don't know about DSRA, but definitely IFR. That's my game plan.
Well, if they end up racing tomorrow, then we'll see you then.
Yep, hopefully I can finish 4 spots better than last week and the week and a couple weeks before. So hopefully we can get the 71 back in victory lane. But I know that's going to be some very tough and talented drivers they're going to have to challenge against. So it's not going to be it won't be an easy fight for sure. It's meant to be challenging, so I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see how that goes in the rest of the season from there.
Well, that's all I got for you, and we'll see you then.
Thank you
Great
all.
drive.
Thank you.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, and last guy we got in our waiting room, P7 finisher, I believe John Felber.
It is John Felber.
User was moved to your channel.
John Felber, I imagine you had a pretty interesting race there in the mid part of the top 10 there. What's your thoughts on the race?
I'm pretty happy with my result. It was doing pretty good. I was surprised we actually made it through the first turn. And I didn't get into any incidents. I didn't have anything go wrong for me. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this race.
Pretty good. I noticed there were some cars you were battling with there towards the end, some on different strategies, some on, that you had different, I guess, how to put this, so you had like different not confrontations, but different battles with during the race. I saw that you and Ben had some good battles. I don't know if y'all battled a lot at the end, but do you feel like you had anyone particular you had some fun battles with?
Oh, for sure, Ben. I feel like also I had a lot of fun with AJ Rodriguez because Rodriguez is obviously a much faster driver than me, but I feel like he didn't really do a better job of saving his tires. So it was a very, very good battle there towards the end, and I was able to get by him. So yeah.
E7. I wouldn't complain with that either. Tully, you got any questions for John?
Oh yeah, I've always noticed as well, like when things go right for you and you're not caught up in other people's messes, you always tend to have really quiet, solid road course races. What's the key to that to make sure you bring it home in one piece and you also get a really good finish out of that?
Well, for one, not having an equipment failure certainly helps with that, because that's what happened with me at Phillips Island. My third gear blew, and that got into my head, and then I started self-spinning. But really just hitting your marks and keeping consistent with your lap times, I feel like really helps out, and just running your own race, not worrying about anyone else.
Well, you gotta make sure you got that consistency in you, otherwise you'll either end up losing more time than you do gain time.
Yep. That's the truth to it.
You got anything else there?
No. Do you plan on racing DS3 on this Sunday? Going to the All-Star race?
Probably not. No.
That's all right. Sometimes you gotta take breaks here and there.
Yep.
But hey, we'll see you when we see you. Congrats on the top 10, and have a nice one.
Thank you. You too.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, that's all we had. Someone in the chat saying they might want to join us in the booth. I don't recognize the username, but probably
What's your
someone
name?
I know. Poop 1166. So,
What?
I don't know.
But
69.
All right,
All right. I gotta see this. All right. I gotta know who these people are. William Gregory. All right, yeah. Just hit me up on Discord. I'll add you to the thing.
Oh, wait. Parker clearly got DQ'd. Hang on. I gotta see if this is true. Sorry.
No! No! Why? The one time! First it was Eric Jones getting ripped out of the duel. Now this? I'm sorry, I gotta end it here before I have a crash out. I'll talk to y'all later. Adios. Bye. Thanks for joining the booth, Tola.
Of course.
Yeah.
I feel that from it.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here before I have a crash out in the live stream.